Hello, everyone, and welcome to the concession stand here on the KB Radio Network. I am your host, Kevin Reed, and this is the review of the new thriller, Is God Is. The film stars Kara Young and Mallori Johnson as two twin sisters with disfiguring burn scars are ordered by their bedridden mother to kill their abusive father who caused the scars. They must decide on whether to seek vengeance or find mercy. Also starring in this film, you have Janelle Monáe, Vivica A. Fox, and Sterling K. Brown. This film is based on a play from 2018 from playwright Aleshea Harris, who writes, produces, and directs her feature film debut here of the same name. This movie piqued my curiosity for a lot of reasons, you know. The title stood out, of course. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? We have a all-black cast. The trailers gave the vibe of a spaghetti western, kind of a black exploitation film type feel. All those things that piques my curiosity. So I was a little bit excited for Is God Is. And man, was my expectations blown out the water. I can't remember the last time I left a movie theater smiling that big. I mean, I sat there throughout this entire runtime. I think it was an hour and 40 minutes, just smiling from ear to ear. There is no bad moments in this movie. There are no slow moments in this movie. There are no boring moments in this movie. And this is not an action-packed, car chase, John Wick style action type film. This was a well acted. This is some of the best acting I've seen collectively in one movie. Every single act, and that's the main takeaway from this film, was the acting. This movie had some of the best acting of a collective, of an ensemble that I've seen in a very long time. The only thing I can think of, and I know this is going to be blasphemy to a lot of people's ears, but I can't think of anything else. The only thing I can think of where you get a group of actors in one film and every single actor or actress was cooking was The Godfather Part 1. And I can't think of any other film between then and now that equates to this. I kid you not. I mean, everybody cooked in this movie. And a lot of that is because of the writing. It was well written. But back to the actors here, especially our two leads, the Kara Young and Mallori Johnson. They really felt like sisters. The connection between these two were just, it was essential to the movie. If that connection didn't work, the movie falls apart. You had to believe that they were sisters, twin sisters nonetheless, even though they're not fraternal, but they act the same, they move the same, they finish each other's sentences so organically, and so it felt lived in. And it felt like these were real sisters. I had to look it up after I left. I had to look it up and see, are they related? I mean, they really had a chemistry bond that was, me and my brother and sisters don't have that type of, I have not seen actors or actresses play sisters or brothers that had a connection like this in a long time. I'm really struggling to find the two actors who were playing siblings and had a connection like this. They really felt like sisters. And even more so twins. And they use a cool little plot device throughout the film where they communicate without talking to each other. And it made sense. It wasn't silly. It didn't feel supernatural or anything like that. It it felt like that's how twins talk, because I got twins in my family, and so I've seen them kind of give each other looks, and they like communicate telepathically. And so it felt organically real the way they were communicating with each other. But the performances by these two were amazing. As much as they were the same in a lot, they were completely different in a lot of ways, and it worked. It worked perfectly. Vivica A. Fox, who I love Vivica A. Fox, I think she's super entertaining, a really good actress. But this is one of her best performances, and she's not in the movie long. But this is one of the best performances I've seen from Vivica A. Fox in her career. And she's had some good performances that I actually felt like, man, she needs more recognition that she actually gets. But in this movie, in the short time that we did get with her in her character, it was great. it was great. She nailed this role. Nailed it. Janelle Monáe was awesome for the time that she got to grace the screen. Erica Alexander, who you may remember from Living Single, she was on was it A Different World too? But she's a real funny actress. Uh, I know we all know her from In Living Color, but not In Living Color. Living Single. It, awesome in this movie. She almost stole the movie. If she was in it any longer, she probably would have stole the movie. She was that good, that good. But the standout has to be Sterling K. Brown. It's Sterling K. Brown. Once again, not in this movie long, but his presence is felt throughout the entire runtime of the film, and the little snips that we get of him, just him walking, just him smiling or laughing in the little quick cuts that we get throughout the movie. You felt his aura, you felt that this man, something is wrong with this guy, and then when we finally do get full blown Sterling K. Brown, it was like, man, this is probably one of the greatest villains in movie history. He's the devil. He is the devil in this movie. I mean, full on Satan in this film. He got all the intangibles: charming, handsome guy, no pun intended, devilish smile. I mean, he's so disarming because he's Sterling K. Brown, but he is the most evil individual to walk the earth. With the acts that he committed. It was, man, this was such a powerful movie. This was a borderline perfect movie. Perfect movie. I just have one. And it's a nitpick. It is the nickiest of nitpicks. I can full on admit it. But it's the one thing that I have a complaint about. And it's the very end of the movie. It's the very end. It just felt like the movie just ended abruptly. I don't know if it's because I wanted more. I was enjoying myself that much. I don't know. But it just felt like the ending was a little rushed. Just a little. I could have took for 3 or 4 more minutes to kind of get a little bit more closure, I guess you could say. But does it take away from the movie? No. Like I said, I'm nitpicking here. I'm truly nitpicking. But I wanted more. I guess that's what it is. So maybe it isn't a negative, but I'm gonna throw it on a negative thing so I won't be glossing this movie all the way through. Because other than that, I have zero complaints about Is God Is. Nothing to complain about. This was an excellent movie. I hope and pray everybody go sees this film. I hope that the title doesn't throw people off, because I know there's a lot of Christian folks, and I'm a Christian. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Christian folks probably look at that title. Oh my God, this is sacrilegious or whatever the case. It's not that. If that's what you think it is. It has nothing to do with that. It is. It's just the title. Why is that the title? I don't know. Maybe it was in the film, for a reason that it just went completely over my head. But it has nothing to do with that, with the religious standpoints and all this. Now, there is religious stuff in the movie, but it's making fun of certain groups, certain denominations that do things crazy. More a cult, not a denomination. I'm not. Nobody's denomination is being picked on, but this is a cult that that they make fun of here in this film. But other than that, man, look, bro, this is a movie that I highly recommend. I am glad that I got the opportunity to check it out. That's why I'm giving Is God Is a letter grade of an A plus, and that's with the nitpick. I can't. It'll be blasphemy for me to give it anything less than an A plus. Perfect movie in my eyes. Perfect movie. Other than that little rushed ending, I felt, and I mean the very end, up to the last 5. I'm not even gonna say minutes, seconds. It was. It just ended, and I was like, wait, no. But this was a perfect movie in my eyes. I can clearly predict that we'll be discussing this at the end of the year when I go over my top movies of the year, because it is awesome. It is truly awesome. But that's only one man's opinion. I would like to know yours. What did you think of Is God Is? Are you planning on checking it out? Let me know by email. Email the show, kbradiopodcast@gmail.com. You can also let me know on social media. Just search for the KB Radio Network channel. Don't forget about YouTube. Subscribe to the KB Radio Network channel and like this video if you don't mind. Don't forget about the 5 stars, the reviews, and sharing this show. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you are currently listening to the concession stand here on the KB Radio Network. Everybody, thank you for joining me for this review of Is God Is. Want you all to know that I love you, continue to love everyone, and until we speak again, you all be blessed.